Hello and congratulations on getting access to this video course on how to make your private label rights videos unique and profitable. This is not theory, this is actual step-by-step information that actually works. This is a decade and a half worth of information that you're getting. So when we're talking about private label rights, these are video courses that you have purchased with private label rights, and the rights give you the ability to rebrand them with your name on them, but it's just so much more than that. The majority of people will slap their name on that and resell it like everybody else. So you'll have the same e-covers, you'll have the same title and everything. But if you look like everybody else, then in the long haul, you're not going to make as much profit. So the whole goal of this video course is to help you look unique. Even take the video course that you're given and create a totally different product from that. And more importantly, I'm going to show you how to rebrand it with your logo. In addition to that, how to add more value. But you're not going to know how to add more value until we talk about some basic concepts. All right? So let's go ahead and jump right in. This is video number 1, which is the introduction. And the first thing I'm going to talk about is the mindset, because having the right mindset will help you succeed. Having the wrong mindset will help you fail. All right. So we definitely want to help you succeed. So the mindset that I want you to have is to do the opposite of everyone else. What is everyone else doing? Well, back in the day in 2005, what everyone else was doing was slapping their name on it and selling it. That still works to a degree. I'm not saying that doesn't work, but that still works to a degree, but not so much. So that worked then, so don't do that now. Because if you do that now, yes, it works a little bit, but it's not going to work as much as it should be. So if the goal is to be profitable in the end and long-term retention, then you don't want to do that. What ends up happening is if you're selling a course with the same e-cover, everything else, you're going to look like everybody else. And guess what? Everybody else does not follow the rules, right? So if everybody else is, maybe some are following the rules and some are not, some are devaluing it, then selling is very, very hard, right? So if somebody else is selling it for $7 and you're trying to make a living selling it for $20, if you look like them, then guess what? It's going to be hard, right? But if you have a video course that has so much other value than what you were given, and you don't look like the other person, then guess what? You could have a totally different video course. You're just using the video course as a platform to grow. In that light, if you look like everybody else, you'll begin to police everyone, you'll become to obsess over everyone else and what they're doing, that you forget about your business. And I've seen this time and time again, that it ultimately just eats away at someone's mindset and it's not productive. So we don't want to see that happen to you. We want to see you succeed. So what I want to do now is give you a quick overview of what's inside this video course so you know exactly what to expect. Video 1 is this video right now. Video number 2, we're going to talk about what everyone else does. Video number 3, we'll talk about the missing piece of the puzzle. And video number 4, we're going to talk about how to help. Believe it or not, these few videos are well worth decades worth of testing and findings and everything. Even though they're fundamental and conceptual, there's a lot of information and golden nuggets that you will find within these videos here, 2, 3, and 4, that will definitely help you in rebranding your video course. But not only that, but figuring out how to add value and what value looks like. Video number 5, we'll talk about voice reputation. Video number 6, we'll talk about intro logo stings. And video number 7, we'll talk about how do you go about creating those intro logo stings, which is those professional 10 to 20 second logo videos that you see typically at the beginning and the end of videos. And of course, video number 8, we'll talk about how you can take those logo stings and rebrand your video course as a whole. And of course, last but not least, video number 9, we'll talk about bulk rendering, which is a very important process in rendering all your videos. So instead of rendering it one by one, which is something that we used to do back in the day, we now can bulk render, let's say, for example, 9 or even 20, 30, 40, 50 videos at one time. Because your time is valuable, this is kind of a bonus video to help you speed things up. All right, so here is what you're going to need. You're going to need to have access to a video course with private label rights. You're going to need a video editor. You can use Camtasia. You don't necessarily have to, but I'm going to be using Camtasia in this particular video course. So if you want to follow along, that is what I'm going to be using. Now, there are other free software out there that you can use, but at the end of the day, Camtasia is the best screencasting type video out there that is available. Now, keep in mind that for Mac computers, you now have access to Camtasia. It's not as good as the one on the PC version. There are other versions of screencasting software out there like ScreenFlow, but at the end of the day, Camtasia is evolving even on the Mac computer. And that is the software that is well worth it in the end. If you're going to rebrand a lot of video courses over the course of the time, Camtasia is going to be well worth it. And believe it or not, that is the tool that started it all, pretty much, for screencasting. You're going to need to have access to video logo creation tools. We'll talk about the different web applications that are out there, how you can go about creating the logo stings, and I'll show you step by step what to do. And of course, you're going to need to get access to soundtracks, and you can get those from royalty-free audio sites like Audio Jungle. Now, you don't necessarily have to, but this will definitely step things up. And of course, if you're going to create other value in the form of videos, you're going to need to have a microphone. Now, you don't need to have a fancy microphone. You can use a USB microphone, or of course, you can hire a voiceover artist as well, or somebody else to create your videos. And of course, last but not least, a dummy partner, especially if you're the opposite sex of the speaker. So if you're a male and the video course creator is a female, then you're obviously going to need a dummy partner. Now, more on this later. This actually resolves an issue that I have seen over the years that will help you if that is the case. And of course, while this is not really covered in this video course, because this is really about rebranding the actual video course, it would be a good idea to get access to a e-cover designer so that you can change the e-covers and change the sales letters and all of that. With that said, that's the end of that particular video. Let's jump into video number 2.